prisoners is, of course, like we have no internet access, anything like that. And so essentially it's like we're isolated and cut off from the rest of society. And what I wanted to do with that site was hopefully figure out a way that, you know, I could, me or somebody else like me could write something down, a thought or an experience or, you know, anything like that, send it out somewhere through the regular mail system, and then have it posted online. So even though we're cut off, we could still in some way have people who can see, you know, kind of like through our eyes, perspective of what's going on in here.
Now through Concrete Echoes, have you ever had anyone contact you?
Okay, yeah,
Really?
Numerous people.
So then that seems to be working in a way.
Well, I mean,
Your original idea was to get pretty much a voice out there and then get some feedback or something.
Well, mainly it's I wanted to put my perspective and other people like me, they're just our perspectives out there, so that it's not just this one-sided thing about what prison is or what prisoners are, or, you know, which it tends to be, because, you know, the people that are in control tend to control the communication and the information. So that's what I wanted to do. And so I just put on there, you know, personally, I write whatever I feel inspired to write. So poems, you know, I'll write blogs about certain experiences that I've had, anything that strikes me, and that's what I try to write about.
Have you encountered any resistance from the, I guess, establishment here?
No, not really, no.
That's good.
There's only one thing I got a little flack for, which was there was a guard that got assaulted here, and she was walking around and she was hassling this guy. Well, this guy was like mentally unstable, and he ended up attacking her. And so I wrote a blog about that, and my blog was kind of like a criticism of her and her training and not understanding who she was dealing with. And not, you know, kind of like by her actions she helped bring about what happened to her. And I got a little bit of flack for writing that blog, but that's about it. No, never really interfered with me at all.
That's good.
So yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I write. I like writing poems because for me poems are an attempt to take an experience and put it like in almost like RFIDs. Put it in the form where anybody who comes across it can re-experience it like you experienced it. That's like the idea of the perfect poem. But so most poems don't hit that, I don't think. But that's what I try to do. Is I try to recreate an experience that can be relived through whoever reads it.
Through your poetry, have you been able to express your fear? I imagine it must be very scary in here.
Well, it used to be. Now, I mean, with like the stuff that I've learned and meditation and you know, looking at life and looking at myself, for the most part, I've conquered that. You know. But it used to be a scary environment for me. Now, I mean, I've been here so long. I've been here pretty much half my life. Maybe, and it's starting to work towards where it'll be more than half my life. So, for me, it's just kind of like the status quo. I'm used to dealing with these people. I'm used to dealing with the machinery of the criminal justice system. And you know, I've created a space, I guess, in my inner self, in my mind, if you will, that's I'm comfortable in. Even if they should take me in, like over Christmas, for instance, I was. For no real reason, in the middle of the night, on Christmas Eve, they came and got me, arrested me, and dragged me and stripped me out, you know, all crazy, and put me in the hole with essentially nothing but, you know, a jumpsuit, and that's pretty much it. And so and it didn't tell me why I was there either. So I stayed there for a number of days, but even through that, you know, I was able to be okay within myself because I developed those internal resources. And I could kind of stay there, and the outer things that happen don't really affect me.
So, in a way, if and when you get out, then all of these things will make you much stronger as a person.
Right. There's positives and there's negatives. The negative is that I'm not as good at interacting with people, regular people, like others who've been in society and spent their lives, you know, in sort of social situations. But yeah, with the ability to deal with stresses and things like that, I think I'm fairly well equipped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, I would say a lot of people on the outside just never learn this, you know.
I think I wish my wish is that I wish that like like let's say in our country, like I can tell you that if I had known or had access to the skills like the mental skills and meditation and those types of philosophies earlier on, like let's say when I was a kid, it's a good chance that I even with everything that happened to me, I wouldn't be here. Because I would have had the resources to deal with situations. But that's why I wish that it was something that they would teach to more kids. You know, how to control your mind, what your mind is, and how to deal with these types of things. And it's pretty simple. It takes time to master. And so if you start when a kid is young, like they do in some foreign countries, like we mentioned, Tibet. You know, those kids are taught how to do this from a young age, and so they're in my opinion, they seem to be more rounded, balanced individuals that can handle things much easier than you know, your common everyday American person who has no kind of training or idea about these ways of interacting with their own minds.